Hi.
हाय, कैसे
Yeah.
हो?
Hi. Perfect. I'm good. How are you?
गुड गुड.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I am Srishti. I'm live from Dogsport, and we have Prakriti with us today for the live session. And we'll be discussing about solo traveling, traveling with dogs, to uphills, to couple of places that Prakriti has been traveling before. So,
Hmm.
Prakriti. She sort of going on from the switch of living into the usual, city life to shifting up hills approximately
Mm-hmm.
2 years back, if I'm not wrong, Prakriti.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
a little more than 2 years. Yeah.
yeah, more than 2 years, approximately, yeah. So she's been living up there in hills, and she has her own hostel, which is called Back in Time Hostel, and she has two super adorable, dogs, Mario and Olive. So,
Yeah.
Prakriti, we'll just start off with the live session. If you could just, give a brief introduction about yourself and what you do, and about your. I believe you were a fashion designer before, right? And then
Yeah.
you now into full time traveling and as a travel blogger as well. So, if you could
Yeah.
just give a brief background about yourself, that would be like
Hmm.
really great.
So, a trip to Spiti Valley in
Oh
winters,
wow.
which really, changed me as a person altogether, and it did taught me how I can be alone with myself and how I really, like to be free in the wild. So yeah,
Right.
that was the first trip. Not really exactly the first trip, but the one trip that really has changed me. Then
Right.
I quit my job after working as a head designer for a year or so. हाँ, ऐसे कुछ around a year,
All right.
and then started traveling like थोड़ा बहुत freelancing and all करके. I used to travel for like months long trips and going to far off places across Northeast. And then after a year, I realized that I want to shift to the mountains as well.
Right.
And
Right.
just a second. Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I shifted to the mountains about 2 years back, and from then onwards, I have two dogs. Like now, I have two dogs, and they are just adorable. So yeah.
Right. All right. And so basically, your two dogs. I think you had rescued both of them, Mario and Olive, at different
Yeah,
times. I think.
different
Right.
times,
So if
yes.
you could.
Yeah, first, Mario was actually found on Mall Road. He was
All right.
drinking water from the uh, gutter, and
All
as soon as I saw him, and I was like, oh my god! I mean, I fell in love. It wasn't sympathy. It wasn't nothing. I was just like, I want to take him home.
right.
And I just got him home, and he was quite ill. He had dermatitis. He had other issues as well. So
Right.
yeah, it was just like beautiful for me. And then I was in Kashmir during just after I think 2 months. I was in Kashmir, and my friends were there at my hostel,
All
and they
right.
went to a restaurant, and suddenly Olive came to them, and they called me up and asked, can we take this puppy as well? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can take care of two, but
Right.
I couldn't say no as well. So they got
Right.
him home, and
Right.
he didn't had, they are like 30 kgs, 30
Perfect.
kgs
Perfect.
each.
And what were their ages approximately when you adopted them, Mario and Olive?
Mario was around 1.5 month, I guess, and Olive was
All right.
around two. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So
somewhere
both were
around two.
puppies when they came, and they're how old are
Yeah.
they now?
Now Mario is a little above one year,
All right.
and Olive is about to be like a year old.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, when any of us, all of your followers, whenever you open up your feed, we see on your bio written that I travel solo and I feel safe in India.
Yeah.
So, if you could just give us a bit of background, like, so if you could just briefly touch that topic as well.
For me, everything has been super awesome. Usually people don't really take it in a positive way. They say you are just lucky to have not faced something bad or all of that. But I think with travelers, I don't think, like, I have people who are constantly traveling, and just like I feel that it's safe in India, they feel that way too. I mean, the ones who have not come out of their houses feel that India is not safe, and we just generalize that. Not really generalize. There are problems, of course, but it's like we have to come out of our comfort zones. So for me, it's been beautiful. I have never really faced the problem जहाँ पे मैं ऐसे परेशान हो जाऊं कि oh my god, what is this? तो ऐसा कभी मेरे साथ तो हुआ नहीं. It's been a really long time, and I've been out on the road for more than 3 months as well. Just out, never got back home during that time. तो मेरे लिए कभी इतना मुश्किल रहा नहीं. I've slept in weird places. I've slept with people like strangers completely. I have hitchhiked across the northeast. I've hitchhiked up to the north. Yeah, I've done a lot of things, but never really felt that India is not safe.
Not safe.
To be honest,
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah. So that's, I think, a
Yeah.
misconception a lot of people have, and especially I think in general also, especially when you're traveling, I think up hills, there's a lot of difference.
Really uphills, it's everywhere. I think not just uphills, it's everywhere that people are really kind, really nice. They greet you, and it's I think India में ऐसा सब लोग ही ऐसे हैं, चाहे वो किसी भी रेस से आते हो, चाहे वो किसी भी रिलीजन से आते हो. Everyone is super kind, and वो हमें तभी पता चलता है जब हम बाहर जाते हैं. It's not possible कि आप घर में बैठ के वो चीज एक्सपीरियंस कर सको. You have to come out, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so now that you have your two little
Yeah, most of my trips, yes, but at times I can't. So I have to let them be home. तो जब मैं ले जा सकती हूँ, अच्छा, तो मैंने, क्योंकि बहुत मुश्किल होता था मारियो और ऑलिव के साथ ट्रैवल करना, बस में लाना बहुत मुश्किल होता था उसको दिल्ली, तो मैंने इसलिए गाड़ी ले लिया. अभी मैंने उसको कन्वर्ट कर दिया है so that they can sleep and stay put during long hours. क्योंकि मुझे दिल्ली से मनाली जाने में usually it used to take around 12 to 14 hours. तो बस में तो बहुत मुश्किल होता था, क्योंकि अभी हमारा सिस्टम और इंडिया में इतना कॉमन नहीं है. फिर गाड़ी ले लिया तो it's now very easy to commute from one place to the other. And accommodation भी अभी थोड़ा solve out हो गया है, because मैंने उस bed, I've made this bed, तो इतना problem नहीं होता accommodation को लेकर भी. So yeah, I kind of travel whenever I can with them, and I've been to a couple of places in Himachal, and I've been till Spiti with both of them. And it was a beautiful journey. They enjoyed it because इतनी ठंड में उनका फर बहुत मोटा है. They are mountain dogs after all. तो उनको बहुत अच्छा लगा स्पीति जाके, तो especially.
Right. And I saw your story, a couple of stories as well, where you went with Mario, I think, to Pin Parvati as well.
Yeah, we've done a couple of treks with Mario. We've done a couple of treks, but not with. तो डॉक्टर ने मना किया था, तो मैं नहीं लेके गई उसको. बट अदरवाइज मारियो के साथ मैंने द वन ट्रैक इज पिन पार्वती पास, जो कि मारियो ने बहुत अच्छे से किया. He was the happiest. He was the happiest.
So Saloni here is asking that if you can, let us know your favorite place, your personal favorite place, and your personal favorite, probably trek or trip with either Mario or Olive or probably both of them.
So trip with both of them was Spiti. Spiti में एक तो बहुत open area है, and it is it is still very new. तो लोगों को problem नहीं होती dogs को देखकर, and they are quite used to dogs because वहाँ पे भी mountain dogs बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. तो मुझे कुछ ऐसा मुश्किल नहीं हुआ कभी स्पीति में. It was a beautiful time. They had their. I am sure अगर मैं उनसे भी पूछूंगी तो they will just say Spiti.
best travel so far.
Yeah. Mario had enjoyed it. Though we had times जब हम थोड़ा struggle किया because Mario was just about 6 months old. डॉक्टर ने बोला था he can do it because वो थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया था size में और he was strong enough. But फिर भी because I used to walk for about 30 kilometers a day और Mario by the end of the day he was like बिल्कुल थक जाता था. So but it was a beautiful one.
Right. All right. And also as you told us that now you mostly travel with your dogs in your own car. You've got a car, you've made it like let's say caravan sort of a thing, so you can sleep in, you have all your essentials in there. So when you're on a road trip with your dogs, when you're traveling with them, are there any difficulties or probably challenges that you're facing with them on travel or in general as well?
Yeah, like the biggest problem is to make them roam around for pee and because like in general people are not used to dogs at all, like across India I'm talking about. तो वो थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है and then comes वो थोड़ा मुश्किल है which is manageable with scooper, like most of the time scooper से manage हो जाता है. But the second one is the other strays, क्योंकि you never know कभी क्या हो जाएगा. And मेरे लिए personally speaking for me Mario is like 30 kg. He is a huge dog. और जब वो मुझे खींचता है किसी के पीछे तो I'm like gone. So that becomes difficult for me.
Right.
तो बस वही दो चीज I think is hard.
Slightly challenging for you.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So I'll just there are a lot of people asking questions. I'll just take a few questions. So Coach the Pooch is asking, have you stayed in tents with your dogs?
Yeah, a lot of times. I mean, trekking mein to we have to. I've done almost 4 treks with the Mario, and one very small little trek with Olive as well. And they had a great time in the tent. I mean, it was so new for them. They were like running around in the tent and feeling like, कि हो क्या गया, हम हैं कहाँ पर एकदम से. So it was good for them.
Nice. Right. And Russell Candy is asking, what do you pack for them? I think what she means is basically, I think their food, their essentials, and
Yeah. So I get them treats, 2 type of treats, क्योंकि Mario और Olive दोनों को अलग-अलग पसंद है. And then Bones also just बहुत लंबी drive होती है and I can't stop like very frequently, so I just give them.
All right.
And then I carry dog food as well. पूरा मतलब if I'm going on a long trip and I know कि वहाँ dog food नहीं मिलेगा, preferably I give rice and vegetables, but क्योंकि थोड़ा taste रखना पड़ता है इन दोनों के लिए, तो I carry like 10 kg का एक ही बार में गाड़ी में ही रख देती हूँ मैं. हाँ, dog food भी. So that problem now.
Right. All right. So Sapna Mehra is asking, what about the medical issues when you travel? Like if at all you faced any with either Olive or Mario?
I haven't really faced much. There was this one time on the trek, Mario की लड़ाई हो गई थी dog से, तो उसके थोड़े cuts आ गए थे because of I think उसके नाखून लग गए थे दूसरे dog के. Yeah, so क्योंकि मेरे पास उस टाइम कोई दवाई नहीं थी and I had no clue, I wasn't prepared, सच बताऊंगी. तो I had put हल्दी and सरसों का तेल Because I heard that एंटीसेप्टिक के लिए काम करता है and it was okay. Like वो पूरा ट्रैक खत्म होने तक वो खत्म हो गया था वुंड उसका. तो yeah. But I am sure अब से मैं हमेशा उसके लिए कुछ दवाइयाँ लेके चलूंगी.
Yes. That's definitely, you know, you eventually learn with experiences. So when I travel with my dog, like my lab, who was at that point of time 6 months of age, in my first trip also, I wasn't like too aware, or I say you don't really think of all the pros and cons on the trip जो आ सकते हैं. So luckily, obviously, he didn't fell sick or anything, but there were few, you know, instances where I thought it's better to, you know, have a let's say dog and human first aid kit with you, just like when we go out for treks and everything. Alright. So there's another question by Russell Candy. She's asking, do you carry along the medical certificates? Because on our general train journeys, we haven't been asked for one, but on
now I have to, like, when it is a road trip, it's not really required. Like across India, you won't be asked, but because Mario के साथ मैंने I've crossed Nepal border, तो Nepal border पे they asked for their the injections, and if he has any medical issues, how old is he, and all of that. So I needed medical certificate for that, and also a muzzle.
All right.
Yeah, I never traveled with them in a train though.
All right. Yeah, even I'm yet to do that with my dog.
Yeah, I want to. But I've got to know recently that it's very easy to actually travel with your dog in a.
All right. So Pixie Justice Star is asking how long you had to train the dogs to adopt them to travel for such, you know, long distances. Let's say from Hamta to Spiti, or for example Pin Parvati, or a couple of other places that you've traveled them with.
I think I never really trained them, to be honest. It was just like a conscious decision that I want to, you know, I can't leave them at my house when I'm traveling. I wanted to take them along. So whenever I used to go and buy food or something, because I live quite far from the town. So I used to go and take them along. And it was just about like 45 minutes of the ride. तो उनको उसी में adjustment शुरू हो गया when they were quite, you know, young. And then धीरे when I used to travel to Delhi, I used to take them along because मैं drive करने वाली होती थी हमेशा. तो धीरे उनको आदत बन गई, and now they're like super amazing. अभी उनको गाड़ी का दरवाजा खोलो, they're like okay and happy. अंदर हो जाते सीधा.
Ready for the trip.
Yeah, ready for the trip. Yeah.
All right. So basically, this was my another like next question, and there's another person, the mountain girl, who's asking, is there any pet-friendly accommodations in Himachal? So when you travel with your dogs, obviously now you have your own cars. So as you told us, if in case you are not able to find any place to stay with your dogs, you probably use the back of your car, which you've made a complete comfortable bed space sort of a thing for you and your dogs. But in general, let's say if we have to discuss about staying with our dogs, so wherever we're traveling, let's say either to some city or somewhere uphill, have you ever faced any difficulty with finding accommodations where you tell them that I have pets also with me, and would they be comfortable with it and all?
Yeah, I had actually. चंडीगढ़ था, तो चंडीगढ़ में तो मैंने ट्राई किया onlinebooking.com पे, मुझे कहीं पर भी पेट फ्रेंडली कुछ नहीं मिला. एंड इवन व्हेन दे शोड कि पेट फ्रेंडली अकोमोडेशन है, कॉल करने पे बोला कि नहीं, वी डोंट अलाउ डॉग्स. तो आई वाज लाइक आई नीड टू टेक अ हॉल्ट एंड आई कांट स्लीप इन द कार बिकॉज बहुत गर्मी थी. तो देन आई स्टार्टेड कॉलिंग एवरी, जो भी मेरे आसपास होटल मिल रहा था, मुझे सबको कॉल करके पूछा मैंने. तो देयर वाज दिस वन जिसने पेट फ्रेंडली शो नहीं किया था, बट वो था पेट फ्रेंडली, मतलब पेट फ्रेंडली नहीं भी था, तो ही अलाउड मी टू स्टे. या बट द बिगेस्ट कंसर्न फॉर देम आल्सो वाज कि गंदा ना करे एरिया में आपका कुत्ता, शोर ना मचाए और बेड पे ना चढ़े. मतलब गंदगी was the major concern, and then comes
Right.
कि भौंके ना. तो I think इसी वजह से, because people usually don't take care of their dogs in India. I think I'm not sure about abroad for now अभी, but I think India में लोग उतना ध्यान नहीं रखते हैं, and they are not concerned about others as well कि कोई और भी रह रहा है होटल में, and then I think वो थोड़ा चैलेंज था. बट अभी मुझे पता है कि मैं बस जहाँ पे भी हूँ, मुझे जहाँ पे भी चाहिए, आई जस्ट कॉल आउट हर किसी को. मे बी शायद कोई तो मिल ही जाएगा. बट आई कम अक्रॉस दिस resort called Tree of Life Resorts. They are pet friendly all across India. They have 7 places all across India. और वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, बहुत अच्छे हैं. So if anybody wants to like go on a weekend trip with their dogs, they can.
Right. And they're based in like different cities and
different cities. Yeah. No, they have one in Kerala. They have one in Jaipur. They have one in Uttarakhand. They have one in Himachal also, I think. Not sure, but yeah, across India they have 8 or 7, I guess.
All right. Yeah. And when was this your experience that you faced of this Chandigarh one? Like how like long back was it?
It was last year October. No, actually.
The recent experience that you had.
Yeah, it was recently. Quite recent.
All right.
Because I never really planned to stay in a city. I prefer like if I'm traveling to mountains, I prefer hitting to the place exactly. I don't feel like staying, but that particular day I was quite tired and I wanted to take halt and I didn't feel like driving. तो इसलिए मैंने सोचा, but it was damn hard. It was damn hard to find a place.
That I feel definitely is there, but I also feel that with each passing year, people are now becoming more aware about that. Every family, every other family basically has pets in their house, so they are now becoming more open to the concept of कि कम से कम साल में एक trip ऐसा रखें, annual trip. जैसे I have at my place that usually in May June we have this annual trip where all the all the family members, they travel together with our dogs. So that's definitely there. I've also faced a lot of challenges while traveling uphill in Manali, Lansdowne की मतलब 5 let's say resorts या hotels पे जाओ तो उसमें से 3-4. There's one I'm pretty sure you must have also heard of it, Gone Fishing Cottages in Manali, in Teethan basically, not Manali, Teethan Valley. Yeah, so it's like beautiful. It's like a amazing place for you also to disconnect yourself with the city life and be there with your dogs. It's pet friendly. They have 3-4 dogs of their own as well. So I think people are now gradually becoming more aware about traveling with dogs and all.
Yes, so, that's true.
I'll just take up another question. So someone's asking, which is your favorite travel route when traveling with dogs?
Travel route?
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing. Like changing the weather to changing the season to changing the landscape. It was damn amazing for me, and of course for Mario and Olive as well.
All right. So there's another question. What are 2 to 3 of the most important things to carry along when you're on a trip with your dog?
Treats are very important. Then dog food is so like obvious. Then take stick. I think stick is very required. For at least I feel कि एक डंडा होगा तो you can shoot other dogs. Like I'm not asking you to hit them, but you can. These bands which lit up at night.
Right.
Have you heard about them?
Yes. They basically just like glow in dark sort of a thing, tattoos and bands जैसे humans की होते हैं. It's the same basically. They
I like it because Mario भाग जाता है कहीं पर भी रात को, so it's easier to
Easy to spot him. That way. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So
so
also I wanted to ask you that, you know, as you told us that you when you went on with treks with your dogs, let's say Mario in specific, you faced couple of challenges like let's say encounters with other dogs, or in general just him roaming around and all. Do you feel that it's important for pets to have at least before we plan, like, for all pet parents, you obviously have had a great experience with traveling with dogs, so you know where you have to put Mario on leash, where you can set him free, kahan pe wo sunega, kahan pe distract hoega. But in general, for general, let's say pet parents, do you feel it's imperative that whenever they plan, let's say for example, I as a pet parent, I'm planning a trek in Manali, somewhere in Manali. So before I actually head on for it, I should, let's say, at least 5 days or week or 10 days before, work with my dog on at least brushing up the basic obedience, at least basic commands, forming the bond and everything. So
that is so obvious. Like, that is obvious, I think. Even if you're not understand and communicate with you, they can't speak, they can't understand what you are saying unless they know your command, right? So it's obvious that you should always, I mean, for me, I always give like 10 to 15 minutes a day to Mario and Olive separately, कि वो मेरी बात को समझे, like every word and hand gesture, so that आगे मुझे कभी दिक्कत ना हो. Like, it's not that we are going to be stuck in just like एक कमरे में ना. We are going to evolve, we are going to
explore.
Yeah. तो वो तो करना ही चाहिए हर किसी को. For yeah, easier approach.
Right. And also, if you could just tell everyone about your hostel, Back in Time hostel, where it is exactly, how offbeat it is from, let's say, the main city place, and the kind of accommodation you have. What's the procedure if, let's say, anyone wants to do the bookings and drop over, if at all it's still open, obviously after the lockdown, if you could just
So it's a very quaint place. It is on a hilltop. There are no houses around my house. There are no house, and you will get a switchboard, but you won't get a heater. So, I mean, it's very basic. It's more like when I call it Back in Time, I literally mean it. It's like you go back in time when luxury wasn't a thing. So, and there is no TV, there is nothing that you would call luxury. And if somebody wants to visit, I think I see who is coming to my place, because I really want to maintain the vibe of my place, because it's my home and then is a hostel. So I select people, not really like on their personalities or something. No, it's just that I connect with few people, and if I feel the connect beforehand, it becomes easier for all of us all together. So yeah, coming to my place, it is damn offbeat. It is about 9 to 10 kilometers from Manali, from the main town. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when we can, start, like, guest aane ke liye we can start. But I am hopeful that during winters, I'm gonna open it for people. Like, during winters. Yeah.
But I also, like, that's my personal feeling, that I feel that it's best to, live in a place which is offbeat, which probably doesn't have all the luxuries, because if you're going to some other place, you probably, should experience their culture, how they live, should not always look up for luxuries and everything. And I think I think
there are people who wants luxury. I mean, somebody who is going on a vacation, somebody who is going on a vacation and wants to come to my place, I won't suggest them because it is not a place for vacation. It is a place for you to relax, but it is not a place for for a vacation kind of.
I got it. Yeah, just to probably regenerate and connect.
Yeah, it is for a particular kind of people, and it is particularly for some souls who would like to be in the wild, and it is like literally living in the wild.
In the wild, yeah. Right. So Saloni is asking, let's say if at all someone comes in over there for stay, do we get to meet, like, do they get to meet Mario and Olive when they're staying over there?
Yeah, they are always there. If I'm not in Delhi, they are not in Delhi, they are at home. Like, there is no other way. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right. And also, if you just a minute before. Sorry, there's another question. Before you go to any trip, do you do research about the hostel stay, being pet friendly, and nearby, vets available?
About the nearby vets, I have started doing it just after my trip to Nepal with Mario, because वहाँ पे मारियो को कुछ नहीं हुआ, वहाँ पे चोट मेरे को लग गई मारियो को बचाने में. तो I had no clue कि नेपाल में अच्छे वेट्स हैं कि नहीं, बिकॉज मैं हमेशा से बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे हूँ कि बस जाना है तो जाना है विदाउट एनी पर्टिकुलर रिसर्च एंड ऑल. बट मारियो के I realized, oh shit, I'm not in India, and I mean it is quite close to India, but if something goes wrong, you can't just fly back to India. You need to have thoda sa research करा हुआ. And then I was really afraid कि अगर मारियो को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है just in case, तो आसपास में किसी को जानती नहीं हूँ, like in terms of अच्छा कोई डॉक्टर जो कि मुझे हेल्प करे, या कोई मतलब ऐसा बंदा जो like now I can call you and ask कि this is the problem and can you just help me out. But there I was really scared. So अभी now I have realized that I have to research properly before going to a place with Mario and Olive, because हर जगह मुझे अच्छा डॉक्टर नहीं मिलेगा ना.
Right.
And उसके अलावा what was the other question? I missed.
No, just that. I think it was just about doing your research and just checking out if there are good vets available or not.
Yeah, now I do. And if not, I would just prefer telling somebody who I know and who is good with dogs that I'm traveling to a place like this, and if at all there is an emergency, just help me out with that. So that they know, Yeah.
Right. Not there, is it closed or is it still, open for people who might want to probably stay there for a couple of days?
This is a very tricky question for me, because I don't know how long I stay there and how long it is closed and how long is it open. There are friends apart from me. I mean, I'm the one who is running it, but there are friends who like to help me and just stay there for longer period of time and just probably help me with the people who are coming along. I'm coming around to the hostel, so I'm not really sure about what is going to be the future like, because सब कुछ एकदम ऐसे है कि कोई होगा मेरे साथ हेल्प करने के लिए तो हॉस्टल खुला होगा, कोई नहीं होगा तो I'll just close it. I mean, it is not my the only source of income for me. तो मेरे लिए वो घर है, एंड जब हम घर पे नहीं होते तो हम घर को बंद कर देते हैं, तो मेरे लिए वही फॉर्मूला है.
Right. So there was another question that actually skipped my mind that I really wanted to ask you. So when you, as we discussed earlier, that you did fashion designing, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what you started off doing professionally initially. Mm-hmm. And then you switched to, being a content curator, traveling solo and being a travel blogger as well. So was this shift easy for you? Like, were your parents all right? Were they convinced? Was there a struggle involved? did they have when you shared with them first that you would want to stay on your own, that you, let's say, not within the city life but up hills? Because, you know, obviously parents have some sort of, let's say, expectations, and it's not that they you know, usually care for their kids, and they have some sort of mindsets in how they would want their kids to grow. So picking up something really unconventional is usually what I've seen is very difficult for not just parents but in general people also to, you know, make them understand कि हम ये करा है ठीक है, but this is what we actually want to do. So how was that journey for you?
I am very lucky, to be honest. It wasn't really hard for me. I mean, managing financially and shifting to mountains is a different case altogether. But with my parents, they have been really supportive. Whatever I wanted, I was really upfront that I want this. So when I was quitting my job as well, I just told my dad that I want to quit, and he was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Really? Is that it?" Pay for your expenses. You have to earn your own living. You have to become independent. Right. So that was the thing. They only said that कभी हमसे पैसे मत मांगो. I've been earning since I was 18. तो कभी मैंने पैसे लिए ही नहीं. And मुझे कभी आदत ही नहीं थी उसकी. तो मैं काफी पहले से ही बहुत strong approach रखती थी. Then I said I want to shift to the mountains. तो पहले तो थोड़ा ऐसे था कि ये क्या है ऐसे करके, क्योंकि कभी मम्मी पापा नहीं रहे पहाड़ों में. But मैंने I was थोड़ा सा smart. I only told them that I'm gonna be there in the mountains for 2 months. I didn't say that I'm gonna shift. Completely shift. I just said हाँ थोड़ा सा झटका देने में मुश्किल होता है ना, उनको भी समझने के लिए टाइम लगेगा. I mean, it's like a different genre altogether. They have not seen something like that. किसी को करते हुए नहीं देखा. मेरी पूरी फैमिली में किसी ने नहीं किया सब. So I just said that I'm gonna be there for 2 months. उस टाइम मेरे पैर में भी चोट लगी थी. So I said मैं अपना पैर ठीक करूंगी और I'll just come back 2 months के बाद. बट धीरे धीरे सब कुछ अपने आप पता चलता गया. सब कुछ मम्मी पापा ने एडजस्ट कर लिया और मैं तो सही कर ही रही थी, तो इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ. So now they're like, yeah, they're cool. And they're completely fine.
Because they see you
just doing well. It's more about that I'm happy, and my dad always said that you should be happy with what you are doing because you have to do it for your whole life. It's not just a matter of few months. It's not just a matter of few years. It is about your life, and this is your time. You have to make it or break it. So for me, it's been the best thing that I have supportive parents, and they support me with whatever I do. If I'm making a video, mama would be like, yeah, very good. चाहे अच्छा ना हो, चाहे समझ में ना आए, she's like, अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा है. तो it's like अगर कोई support होगा, तो we can do better. Like, of course, with our efforts, we are great. We will do wonders. But अगर support होगा, तो कभी हम गिरेंगे भी. हमेशा से बढ़ते नहीं हैं हम गिरते भी हैं. और गिरने के टाइम पे अगर if you have people around you who can lift you up, like if they can just help you emotionally, so I mean, there is no looking back.
Right. That's true. That's true. So also, so let's say when you shifted from Noida to Manali to uphills, I think I'm not sure. Like, were you have you been feeling like you felt connected to mountains and to the nature ever since like the beginning, or it was more you felt more deep connect after you shifted to Hamta, after you started traveling, after you started seeing, we live here in the city, so it was like the connect that you feel, because I've been following you from quite some time, and I also see a lot of your stories and your posts around people not being responsible when it comes to traveling. Just how we discussed about people not being responsible pet parents, that whenever they travel with pets, that's actually the main concern, that a lot of people are not really open with letting people come in with their pets because they feel के सुसु कर देंगे तो साफ नहीं करेंगे, they'll just casually move
गंदा कर देंगे,
out,
हाँ.
potty करेंगे, साफ नहीं करेंगे, they'll just casually move out. Similarly, that's the same with people traveling either with dogs or without dogs. I think it's the same that they just casually walking on the trek, chips खा रहे हैं, फेंक दिया रैपर, पानी पी रहे हैं, पानी की बॉटल फेंक दी. So, I've seen you, since you have a huge fan following, I mean, a lot of followers also on Instagram, I've always seen you, pushing people and educated people on how to be a responsible traveler, how to make sure that, you don't just litter things around, because we're doing the same thing to hills, क्योंकि अभी वो least, let's say, the footfall compared to city is very less. So इस वजह से वहाँ पे, the greenery is more, the nature is comparatively, the weather is good, everything is good. But यहाँ पे जैसे हम gradually कूड़ा मचा के, pollution मिला के गंदा कर रहे हैं, gradually जितना ज़्यादा, especially during the season time, during summers and winters when people travel up there, that's the, I think, main time जब सबसे ज़्यादा गंदगी फैलाई जाती है. So on your, wanted to understand your opinion on that as well, and if you could just, if there are any tips that you would want to, give out to people who are probably listening to this live or who would be listening to the live probably after once we're done with it, if you have some sort of, pointers or guidance for them.
I think I have been very connected to nature since all my life because anyways my name means nature. तो मैं हमेशा से कनेक्टेड थी. मैं हमेशा से मम्मी से भी पापा से भी हमेशा पूछती थी ये ऐसे क्यों है, और इट इज नॉर्मल, बट मैं हमेशा बहुत क्यूरियस होती थी. इट इज ऑलवेज बिन देयर. बट जब ये शुरू हुआ, जब मुझे लगा कि माउंटेन्स आर माय अल्टीमेट ड्रीम, मुझे पहाड़ों में ही रहना है, आई कांट बी इन सिटी, वो था व्हेन आई वाज इन लद्दाख. वहां पे बहुत सिटी लाइक है. आई मीन नॉट एंटायरली लद्दाख, बट मैं लेह में थी और लेह बहुत बड़ी सिटी है. एंड वहां से मेरे को लगा कि लाइक इट वाज जस्ट I felt that I want to be in the mountains. And from there onwards, I usually write my diary and I write things I want to achieve and I want to have like in coming few years. And somewhere I wrote that I want to live in the mountains. I want a house in the mountains. And धीरे I broke my ligament. Then I got back to Delhi. Then I went to Manali for some work. Then धीरे करके कहीं ना कहीं it was the calling for me to shift to the mountains. Okay. And when I shifted to mountains, like traveling in the mountains and shifting and living in the mountains is dramatically like different. लोगों को लगता है कि बहुत आसान है जिंदगी पहाड़ों में रहना और it's like fantasy, सब कुछ ड्रीम लाइक ही रहता है. No, it is not. You have to work hard every day. वहाँ पे हमारे जितना आसानी से पानी आता है वो पानी भी नहीं आता है. At times you have to go beyond your limits to get water as well. तो वहाँ से मैं धीरे I started learning ले लेते हैं हमारी luxuries को, like little luxury. I'm not talking about the literal luxuries, but having water in your tap like 24 hours is a luxury actually. When it comes to staying in the mountain, जहाँ पे पानी कभी भी चला जाता है. Actually पानी हर समय आना चाहिए, but पानी कभी भी चला जाता है. तो लाइट कभी भी चली जाती है. You don't have inverter, you don't have क्या बोलते हैं इसको, generator, you don't have a washing machine, you have to हाथ से कपड़े धोने पड़ेंगे. तो वो सब स्ट्रगल्स के बाद आई रियलाइज कि लोग पहाड़ों को मैं जब माउंटेन्स में शिफ्ट किया तो हर कोई मुझे बोलता था वी वांट टू शिफ्ट टू द माउंटेन्स टू, एंड इट वाज सो इजी फॉर देम टू जस्ट टाइप इट आउट दैट वी वांट टू शिफ्ट टू द माउंटेन्स. बट हैव यू एवर थॉट दैट हाउ सिंगल और somebody in particular, but ये एक बहुत छोटी सी सोच से कि हम सिर्फ माउंटेन्स में शिफ्ट होना चाहते हैं बहुत प्रॉब्लम करती है, बिकॉज वहां पे पहुंच के लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं होते हैं. वहां पे
Right.
पहुंच के लोग वाटर स्ट्रीम्स में कपड़े धो देते हैं, एंड इट्स जस्ट so annoying to see that you are actually all your life you have wasted energy and resources in cities. You have destroyed cities completely, and now you have come to
Right.
hills also, like mountains also.
Right.
आप वहां पे भी
Right.
यही करने वाले हैं. आप वहां पे खाना आप आते हैं भर के, गाड़ियां भर भर के मेरे मतलब मैं तो मना कर देती हूँ मेरे घर पे आने के लिए लोगों को, बट मेरे घर से थोड़ा ऊपर एक बड़ा सा कॉटेज है, तो वहां पे गाड़ियां भर भर के आती हैं, एंड सारी गाड़ियों में भर के चिप्स होंगे, भर के पता नहीं क्या क्या होगा, प्लास्टिक रैपर्स, एंड वो इवेंचुअली सब कहाँ जा रहा है? आप अपनी सिटीज में तो लेके नहीं जा रहे ना, आप
Right.
सब कुछ वहीं छोड़ के जा रहे हो, एंड विच इज जस्ट
True.
अनोइंग फॉर मी. एंड जब से मैं रहने लगी हूँ मुझे रियलाइज हुआ है कि लोग सोचते ही नहीं है, लोग बस कर रहे हैं.
Just do it. Yeah.
लोगों को बस
Right.
पहाड़ सुंदर दिखते हैं, दे आर टेकिंग देम फॉर ग्रांटेड, दे आर स्पॉइलिंग लाइफ. जो लोग वहां पे रह रहे हैं उनको दिक्कत होती है, बिकॉज आप 5 दिन के लिए आ रहे हो, मैं वहां पे रह रही हूँ, मेरे जैसे और 50 लोग वहां पे सालों से रह रहे हैं, वहां पे वो बोर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप है, उनको कितनी दिक्कत होती है. पानी से कचरा होके नीचे ही जाता है ना, हम तो वाटर स्ट्रीम से पानी ले रहे हैं, तो कचरा
Right.
होके नीचे जाता है, तो गंदा होके जाता है, बट नोबडी रियलाइज इट, नोबडी.
That's true. That's true. So that's, I think, people should be more aware about. They should be more sensitive, especially while traveling, and they need to understand
Yeah.
this so that they, it's easy for people who are staying over there also, and they can also, enjoy the same in the meantime, not ensuring कि हम तो कर लेते हैं travel, उसके बाद travel
हाँ.
करके पूरा कर लेंगे तो अगली generation के लिए
आगे
बचे
10
नहीं बचे. it doesn't
अभी
matter.
आगे 10 साल में क्या होगा, उन्हें क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना,
Right.
वही प्रॉब्लम है. अगर वो सब सोच लें कि आगे 10 साल में क्या होगा इस जगह का और कितनी बदल जाएगी उनके छोटे छोटे गलतियों से, तो
Right.
चीजें बदल सकती हैं.
That's true. That's true. This is the third time he's asking the question. I actually by mistake skipped it. So he's asking how much time your pets take usually to adjust to new place, and how do you manage to make them comfortable?
Make them comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it takes a day or two to adjust with the environment and with people around. And I usually, when I reach to a place, like let's suppose I would say Spiti, so I didn't move for at least a day. I stayed in a place throughout the day so that they can, just kind of get comfortable with people around, with where they are gonna stay for next 2-3 days. I did not move. I did not go to any place. I did not feel like traveling at all. I just I was just there. I was playing with them. I was, giving them treats so that they feel like this is also a home. And it's really important for them to feel home. तो बस I think फिर धीरे धीरे वो comfortable हो जाते हैं. It's a matter of 24 hours हो जाता है.
She's asking, is it okay to travel with a 3-month-old Indian Spitz puppy in a car? The journey time is 4 to 5 hours.
You can tell them better. I think this is your question.
So Santoshi, the thing is that we can travel with puppies too, for sure, but we have to make sure that we have conditioned the dog to, like the car journeys. So the pup that you see at this, I'll just actually
sure.
So that's my 6-month-old puppy Nick.
Oh, yeah.
She's a German Shepherd puppy. So I recently traveled with her to Tirthan Valley in, I think, mid-March, and she was I think turned 3 months, or she was somewhere between 2.5 to 3 months of age. So she was pretty comfortable. We obviously didn't go directly to, Tirthan in one go. So we stayed in Chandigarh first, and then we continued our journey. So it was, let's say, 6-hour journey one day, then 6-hour journey the next day. But she was pretty comfortable. We just have to make sure that we're not excessively feeding the dog either during the journey or right before the journey or right after the journey also, for that matter. And, we're giving dogs proper timeouts. After every hour or probably 2 hours, we're just stopping for good 5-10 minutes. Let the dog roam around a bit, let them do their pee, poop or whatever. And before doing such intensive 4-5 hours for a 3-month-old puppy, honestly, I don't think it's too long of a journey. It's doable. But just make sure whenever you plan to do this journey, before that, at least as I we discussed before, at least a week or 2 weeks before, just make sure that you're taking the dog on rides for, let's say, half an hour,
small
45
rides
minutes.
Also. Yeah.
Exactly.
Small rides also help.
Right. So they'll eventually be used to with an hour, 2-hour drive, and then gradually you can, take them to 4-5 hours drive, let's say to Rishikesh or someplace, and then gradually once they're comfortable with that, there's no throwing up, nothing, they're enjoying the car ride, then you can eventually, take them to even longer destinations like probably, as Prakriti mentioned, Spiti, Ladakh, Manali, and places like that as well.
Yeah, I want to go to Zanskar with Mario and Olive. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
it will, I'm sure. I'm also actually desperately waiting for the current situation to get better, for the lockdown to, for this current proper, like, complete coronavirus situation. For the past 2 years, my routine has been such that after every 3 months or so, I've been traveling to either someplace in Uttarakhand or someplace in Himachal. So now it's been a routine. I started feeling hill sick or travel sick. Not that way, but the other way, because I feel like going out and exploring.
Yeah.
So I'll just hi Saloni. That's Nix. I'll just show her again. Yeah. So I think the questions were just. I think we've covered more or less all the questions so far. And just on a closing note, if you could, again, want to give few pointers first in terms of how to travel with dogs, few pointers that you feel would, help all the pet parents, all the pet owners out there whenever they would want to travel with their dogs, few pointers that you feel in terms of while traveling, while accommodating, while looking up for accommodation, while going on treks, and few pointers in terms of to the humans to be, more responsible when they're going out traveling, not just up hills, but any place, whether it's even in the city, let's say Udaipur, Jaipur, any place. But if you can, briefly give us few pointers on how to go about that, and what needs to be done, what we can do in order to make sure that we're doing justice to the dogs by, taking them out, if not every month, because I understand everyone has a hectic, life schedule and lifestyle. But so if you can, Prakriti,
I think I would say that first of all, if you want to travel with your dog, make sure that your dog wants to travel too. Because there are dogs.
Right.
I mean, I don't really want to talk much about my Oreo, but I think my first dog wasn't really comfortable in the car at all. Because जैसे ही मैं उसको गाड़ी में बिठाती थी, वो पैनिक मोड में चला जाता था. He starts, I mean, थ्रो करता था वो, और बहुत मुश्किल होता था मेरे लिए उसको थोड़ा, मतलब like even 5 minutes or 10 minutes also ना, बहुत मुश्किल होता था उसके लिए. So not all the dogs are made to travel, and they, like, all the dogs are not happy traveling. So just know that if he wants to travel or not, take it slow. Don't just rush for like how I do. Don't rush to that. Take it slow. Take it 15 minutes, then half an hour, then 1 hour, then maybe 2 hours, then gradually doing it, because उसमें वो जल्दी से adjust भी कर लेगा और उसको problem भी नहीं होगा. He'll start to enjoy. And जब when your dog is happy in the car, it's the best feeling, I think. Because
that's true.
They have this smile on your dog wants to travel too. And if you are traveling, then make sure that when you take them out for pee or whatever, just make sure that there are no other dogs around. Because मेरे साथ हमेशा बुरा ही हुआ है. Because I think Mario, I'm not sure, but I think Mario is alpha. तो उसका dominance रहता है, and suddenly सब कुछ problematic हो जाता है. बहुत सारे कुत्ते आ जाते हैं और लड़ाइयाँ हो जाती हैं. I don't know what is it exactly. But I would just suggest that make sure wherever you stop or wherever you take your dogs out of your car, make sure that the surrounding is safe enough and there are no other dogs. And if there are dogs, then you have a stick in your hand because उससे थोड़ा डर जाएगा दूसरा. Go to any place, just research a bit about pet friendly places because मेरे गलतियों से मैंने ये सीखा है that if you do that it makes life a little easier. रात को अगर आप कहीं सोना चाहते हो तो आपको इतनी मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, 10 कॉल नहीं करने पड़ेंगे. It's just like the person knows that you are coming. तो थोड़ा सा research करना है. Just go to booking.com Airbnb and just research a bit कि वहाँ पे allow करते हैं कि नहीं. Please be careful when you are traveling with your dog. Carry scooper, carry your own bowl. कोई rag भी ले लो cause you never know. कभी भी आपका dog को you never know actually with dogs. कभी वो सुसु कर दे या पॉटी कर दे. So you have अपना खुद का चीजें so that you don't have to trouble anyone else. So just be careful because it makes easier for us who are constantly traveling because इतना बुरा mindset है पूरा होटल इंडस्ट्री में कि कुत्ते लेके आते हैं गंदा करके चले जाते हैं. I mean, मतलब मैं justify नहीं कर सकती कि मैं नहीं करूँगी because or if you're traveling just generally without your dogs as well, just don't litter, please. Yeah, just don't litter. Carry all your waste, like all kind of waste, carry it back to your city so that you can probably just recycle. हमारे पास काफी recycling points हैं, but hills में there are no recycling areas जहाँ पे garbage segregate भी नहीं होता है and waste management नाम की चीज ही नहीं है वहाँ पे. तो it'll be easier and it'll be much better for the nature अगर आप अपना कूड़ा अपने साथ ले आओ. Yep, that's it I think.
Yeah, so there's someone who's asking how do you travel after train in North with your dog? Are there pet cab services available?
Couldn't get the question exactly.
I think what she's trying to ask is that if north side, let's say probably Delhi or Chandigarh or some place like that, are there any pets after you've reached there in the train? Post that when you have to go to the hotel or some other place, if you want to, let's say, visit to your family, relatives, wherever you want to go, are there any pet friendly cab services available for you to take up and travel with your dog? So how do you manage that?
For me, I've got a car इसीलिए because बहुत struggle है. Like people are not comfortable with pets and like the pet can't. I mean वो बोलते हैं कि एक ही जगह बिठाओ. अब एक ही जगह से कैसे बिठाओ ना? Pet तो move करेगा. You can't just push him that no. उन्होंने बोला इसलिए आप मुंह बंद करके रखो अपना. No, you can't. थोड़ा तो move करेगा. So it's not really comfortable approach कि मैं taxi. I usually don't want to take taxis, but I am hopeful that in coming few years we will have a taxi service जो कि pet friendly होगा, and I'm hopeful that.
You're working on it.
I mean, no. I'm not saying. I'm hopeful that कोई करेगा.
All right.
I'm hopeful.
All right.
Because everything is changing. Pet friendly stays minimum as well.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're I think done with the session. We've covered almost with us on the session, on the live session, and let's see. We might do a few more sessions. Sometime later as well with you. It was really nice to get to know all your experiences in terms of travel, in terms of your shift from a city girl to a mountain girl, and you're adopting two of your super cute